What's up, everyone? It's your girl Crystal here. You might notice something a little bit different. Some things might look a little bit better. This is why I've been taking so long to film, because I've been waiting for some equipment and some things to come in. Hopefully this is a lot better than what I've been working with. I know it probably doesn't even matter, but I'm a perfectionist, so I like to make things a lot better. So I've been waiting for this. Sorry if I have stuff on my face. I literally just ate big ass salad that was so basically, as you can see, it's gonna be a story time. You guys like my story time, so I was just like, I thought about this literally 20 minutes ago, and I was like, that's a good idea to jump right into the story. A couple years ago, maybe even a year and a half ago, I was still in culinary school, and I was actually living out by my school, and I was honestly so bored with my time. At this time I was developing my anxiety. My anxiety was building, and I didn't really know how to control it, and just being alone in my apartment didn't really help. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a job. So I actually got a job at American Eagle in Ontario Mills. So I started working there, and it was cool. I mean, honestly, I'd never do retail in my life ever again. I don't know. I don't know if it was just that location, and I don't want to bag on them, but they were uptight, and it was just a normal, regular day. I honestly don't really remember too much of the details. That whole time of me working was such a blur because I never wanted to be there. But I remember that I was just folding clothes, which is one thing that I always hated. Even if there was no one, you always had to be folding clothes. They were like, oh, those are all folded perfectly, refold them, you have nothing better to do. So I was just like, okay, I hate this job. But I was just folding, I remember, and I got called up to the cash rep because I was just a cashier. So I got called up, I was cashier one, and I was ringing this lady up. And at the time I was wearing a dress from American Eagle because they actually give bomb discounts for the people who work there. But I was wearing a dress from there along with a flannel that was from there. And I'm ringing her up, and I noticed that she's buying the dress that I was wearing. I was like, oh, that's cool. And hers was a medium, and the one that I was wearing, so was mine. At this time, I hadn't lost an intense amount of weight. I think it was around maybe 60 pounds that I had already lost, so I was still a bit chunky. But I was wearing a medium in the dress. It was a pretty, it was a black dress, just the straps, and then it flowed out. It was one of those dresses where it's even if you buy a smaller size than you are, it'll fit you just because it flares out so much. So I was wearing that. And she's buying a medium. She's buying the same size as me, right? And then she wasn't I mean, she wasn't super skinny, but she wasn't big either. I was bigger than her. It was obvious. And she looks at me and she's like, what size is your dress? And I was like, oh, it's medium. And she's like, oh, maybe I should just go get a smaller size. And I'm over here oh, did she really just say that? I wasn't before, now I kind of am, but before I was just kind of the person where I was just I stayed quiet about things like that. But I literally just looked at her, I was like, okay. She was just like, yeah, I don't know, if it fits you, it's not gonna fit me. It's gonna be way too big on me. And honestly, she said it with such a straight face that I was like, I didn't know if she knew that she just straight up insulted me, straight up calling me fat. And I was just kind of I was shook. I was just what do I say? What do I say to this lady? And she was just like, yeah, I don't know, you're just way bigger than me. I don't know if it's gonna fit me. Literally, at this point, I was just I looked her dead in the eye, and I was like, if it doesn't fit you, you can return it. And she was just like, yeah, I just gotta go anyways, it's fine, I'll probably just end up returning it. And I was just like, did this just happen right now? I was just so I didn't even know exactly what to say. I was just shook. Like it had never happened to me that some stranger straight up just like said it to my face that I was fat. And I was like, yeah, I know, I look at myself in the mirror every day, thank you very much, like I know what I look like. And I was just kind of like, all right, I checked her out real quick and I was just like, bye. And then I just like went back to doing my work. I wish, honestly, I would have told her something else. Like, I really don't think she realized that she was being rude. So I kind of just let it go, but I was just like, come on, like, who says things like that, especially to someone who's working? I never understood how a customer could be rude to someone who's just doing their job. Like, it's funny now, like I was never really upset about it, but I was just like, all right. But she really said it with a straight face, like if she had no intention of being rude, and I was just like, all right, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys ever had any type of experience like that, honestly, I'll never work with customer service, like in retail and stuff like that. I'll never work retail ever again in my entire life. Nope, never, never, never. But let me know in the comments if you guys have ever experienced something like that. It was something like really small, but I've always remembered that. Like, I don't know why. It's just whenever I think about my job at American Eagle, I'm always just kind of like, dang, that lady called me fat. But yeah, that's basically it. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want to see more story times, leave a comment down below and give me a like, letting me know that you guys want to see more things like this. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.